Who would have believed that a day would come when African nations would rewrite the rules of global partnerships? After centuries of exploitation, from the transatlantic slave trade to colonial rule, Africa's story is taking a bold turn. Could this shift finally unlock the continent's true potential? For centuries, Africa has been a treasure trove for the world, primarily valued for its abundant raw materials. However, the partnerships forged between African nations and Western powers often resembled a master-slave dynamic. Economically, politically, and militarily, countries like France, Britain, and the United States held an iron grip on the continent. If the West commanded Africa to bend, Africa bent. But times are changing. Welcome back to My Planet Updates. As we explore today's video, we'd love your support. If you enjoy what you see, please consider subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us grow and bring you more updates. Today, nations like China, Russia, Turkey, and even Iran are entering the scene, eager to challenge Western dominance. These new players are not just reshaping global alliances, they are also offering Africa a way to break free from the shackles of the past. But are these alliances forming, and what does this mean for Africa's future? Iran's unexpected entry. One of the most surprising new players is Iran, a country long isolated by Western sanctions. Despite these hurdles, Iran is forging strategic ties with African nations to expand trade and bypass economic restrictions. In mid-2024, Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi embarked on a historic tour of East Africa, visiting Kenya, Uganda, and Zimbabwe. This marked the first such visit by an Iranian leader in over a decade. The goal? To rebuild relationships and foster economic cooperation. But Raisi's ambitions go beyond just trade. He envisions Africa as a partner in resisting Western dominance. Key developments in Iran-Africa relations. 1. Economic partnerships. Iran plans to build an automobile factory in Kenya's port city of Mombasa. Agreements on trade, agriculture, and technology have been signed to boost exports of Kenyan tea and meat to Iran and beyond. 2. Energy collaborations. In Uganda, talks centered around nuclear energy and oil development. Uganda aims to have a functional nuclear power plant by 2031, with Iran providing technical expertise. 3. Military and infrastructure deals. Zimbabwe and Iran agreed to establish a tractor factory, alongside collaborations in energy, pharmaceuticals, and telecommunications. Burkina Faso has chosen Iranian technology for its infrastructure projects, including bridges and agricultural facilities, marking a departure from traditional Western partnerships. If you're still watching and haven't subscribed yet, we'd greatly appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. Your support truly motivates us to create more content like this. Thank you for being a part of our community. The role of politics and resistance. Iran's growing influence in Africa is also deeply political. Both parties share a common goal: resisting Western hegemony. For instance, during his visit to Uganda, President Raisi openly criticized Western cultural impositions, aligning himself with Uganda's controversial stance on social issues. In Zimbabwe, President Emerson Mnangagwa hailed Iran as a steadfast ally during their struggle for independence from Britain. This historical solidarity has evolved into economic cooperation, with both nations seeking to bypass Western sanctions. A broader shift in African diplomacy. The growing ties between Africa and non-Western nations signify a broader shift. Africa is no longer limited to a single geopolitical bloc. Instead, the continent is leveraging its resources and strategic position to diversify partnerships, creating win-win scenarios. For instance, Burkina Faso's President Ibrahim Traoré openly condemned Western media's portrayal of Iran, emphasizing Iran's technological advancements and independence. This narrative is reshaping Africa's perception of its global allies, empowering nations to make choices that benefit their people. A future of freedom and opportunity. The rise of partnerships between Africa and countries like Iran, China, and Russia sends a clear message: the days of unilateral Western control are fading. Africa is reclaiming its agency, opening itself to diverse alliances that prioritize mutual growth and respect. But what lies ahead? Will these partnerships fulfill their promises, or will they mirror the exploitative relationships of the past? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: Africa is no longer the silent player in the global arena. What do you think about this shift in global dynamics? Is Africa's strategy the key to unlocking its potential, or should the continent tread cautiously? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for more transformative stories.